Yo, it's your boy, the elevated engineer. Give me a second, folks. You already know what it is. We are doing it. Just got to give me a real quick check. Know what I'm saying? Hold on. We getting there. What I love is like YouTube don't be like putting up like your stuff, like your like they don't be putting up like your your videos like immediately. It takes a second, but I mean, you can't knock them for it. But welcome to another episode of Elevated. I am your host, the Elevated Engineer. Welcome. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Although we are gonna take our time today. It's late as hell, I know. It's a late broadcast at 12:35. It's midnight. Been working all day, so there's some very concerning things you can tell by the title of this video about women, black women in particular, that's been going on that needs to be addressed. So before I even get into it, let me do a couple of things. Check. Okay, cool. So in light of Kevin Samuels passing, I spoke about this last week when it happened, but I believe that the amount of vitriol, the amount of savagery, the amount of unaccountability, the amount of just disrespect towards a black man who, as far as I could tell, was in his own way doing his best to trying to help black people, black couples in particular, get married and get into meaningful relationships. So a couple of things that just bother me truly, enough of which that I had to do a show about it, was the fact that the stuff we're seeing is just it's disrespectful to a man who I believe wasn't a bad guy, but because he gave his opinion and the people, women, didn't like the opinion that they asked for, went on to the show, didn't force anybody to go on the show that they asked for. Oh, Kevin, I'm 38. I got 3 kids. I got 2 babies' fathers. I work at the Chipotle, or ain't nothing wrong with that. But you know what I mean. I work at White Castle. Whatever. I want a man who's the number 1 draft pick in the NBA. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but am I really? So today's episode is going to focus on the savagery of women, the ruthlessness, the callousness of black women that frankly doesn't get addressed. And if it wasn't for the people like, really, you could go back and say a Tariq Nasheed back in the day with his Art of Mackin, but it was for people like Kevin Samuels, TBA, and many others. Also, some of the females who exposed it too. What's that one Muslim chick? The Crimson, is it Crimson Cure or Crimson? Whatever. The little black chick with the hijab on, who be saying some real stuff, and there's other women too. I can't name them all, but it wasn't for all these people on the tube and the social media, man. We actually would not have a better understanding of not only women, black men, and black relationships. These people have exposed what I think a lot of people didn't really realize was as bad as it was. The complete and utter callousness of the modern woman, and the complete unrealistic standards and lifestyle that a lot of the sister girls have. This is not black girl magic. So, first, let's get into it. Because today I'm reading a report of a one Megan Pete. Wait, should I talk about the Megan Pete one first, or should I talk about the disrespect towards Kevin Samuels first? You know what? I'm gonna talk about the Megan Pete stuff after this. Let's go to the Kevin Samuels disrespect, because that's how I started off at the top. And again, this is only gonna be an hour show today, a little more than an hour probably. But so after Kevin Samuels dies, of course the many in the sister code go crazy, blah blah blah. But one take in particular, I think, was the most callous, and that was the take from Vivica Fox on that show. It's like called like Old Ladies Queens or some shit like that. None of the women on there are queens, but I wanna show us that really quick, because I want to give some commentary on that, and just to see how ridiculous this gets. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Okay, here it is. All right, and honestly, there's only so much of this I can stomach, because it's so disgusting. It's so like, this is like just so disrespectful, so just nasty. Like, I can't lie. I wasn't really looking at Vivica Fox in any type of way, prior to this, really. Some Hollywood chick, But now I actually look at her like, wow, this woman might be an enemy of black society. And in fact, there are a lot of Vivica Foxes. So let's go ahead and get this started. Hold on.
A hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good. And just
now, this is what really just irritates me. This is what really just because she's being disingenuous. She's lying. She got all that horsehair in her head, and her face look crazy right now when she's saying this. Her face is about to crack as she's saying this, because she done had so many damn plastic surgeries. But this is what bothers me the most. They say stuff like they never give you context. They never say, well, why did Kevin Samuels say that if you're over 38 that it's over? Which he may have said that to an extent, but not like how she's saying it. He never said that, oh, you're 38, you ain't never gonna find a man. His thing was, you're 38, you got 3 kids, you don't have a good job, you make 45 grand a year, you make 40 grand a year, you're overweight, you just have bad attitude problems, but you're saying that you want this quote-unquote high-value male. And the truth is, once you cross a certain age threshold, as a woman, it's something we've all known for a million years, and I'm not exaggerating. Once you cross a certain age threshold, you do not have the same pick of a litter that you used to have. And for some women, it is over. But it was over before she turned 38. So that's why this is disingenuous, man. They got the whole interview playing, but this one right here was like, I don't think that any of these old ladies on this show, because all of them in their 50s or close to it, any of these old women on this show don't understand. First of all, they don't understand the metaverse. I can tell you that already because this went viral. You feel me? This went viral. She probably wanted to go viral, but I don't think that she or on any of these people on here are going to realize how detrimental this is going to be for her. Vivica Fox. I'm not going to say violence or anything, but this is going to come back on her. This is not going to age well. Let's finish.
Disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you.
Okay, so I love that part. That part right there. I hope this teaches folks about the karma. Looks into the camera. Bitch, do you not realize? Well, first of all, I don't believe in karma anyway, but I do believe in energy and, you know, kind of shit coming back to you. You putting that stuff out into the universe like that. You put bad energy out into the universe like that, bad energy is gonna come back. I think they said something like that on it was one of the shows, Comedy Hyper, some bullshit. But what really was, you know, callous is the fact that the karma has come back to you. What did Kevin Samuels do to bring this type of karma? You could say his opinions were harsh. You could say that he was making money off of black people, which ain't nothing wrong with that. You could say, you know, he was getting his clout off of bashing black women with the truth. But what kind of karma did he bring? Did he make jokes about people dying and laugh as they die and then go on the show and talk about it for views? Because that's what these bitches are doing. These old bitches are doing. They're doing this for views and likes just like anybody else. Except now they're talking about a dead person. And I don't know when this happened, but black folks didn't used to do that. There was a reason that your grandmother or whatever always told you don't speak ill of the dead. Let's keep going.
You put out the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind.
Yeah, you ugly bitch. She not gonna be so kind because it's the truth is, with all that weave and all that makeup and surgery and all this, Vivica Fox is a 50-plus-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? And it's so, look, man, it's so disrespectful to just be callous like that. Like, I know people who despise Kevin Samuels, okay? Despised him. But after he passed, they wasn't like, oh, well, you get what you deserve. You blah, 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 blah. Nah, bro, because that's not what you do. You say, look, I didn't agree with his opinions, you know. I didn't agree with some of his viewpoints. Maybe he made a point there, and there. But you don't do this. And you say, well, you know, I wish his family the best. His daughter, his mother, and, you know, rest in peace and keep it moving.
So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't, a hypocrite.
Well, that got cut off. This particular version where she says, I don't know if it's a woman. We don't know her nationality. Okay, first of all, this is how dumb this chick is. Okay, her nationality is the country in which she comes from. Okay, she can still be black and not be from the United States of America. You dumb old bag. Okay, what you're talking about is her race or ethnicity. And you're basically saying, oh, we didn't know what she was. Basically, she's saying, oh, well, she wasn't black. Did you see this chick? This chick was bad. When he first passed, man, some of the rumors that were just coming out, oh, he was with a prostitute, oh, he was with a BBW and blah. Bro, he was with a girl that he met. They both adults. And they hooked up. And I hope he died in some pussy because I think that's every guy's way to go out. You know what I'm saying? Every guy. So it's like, you know. Hold on. I'm trying to get my chat fixed here. It's a little ridiculous, but whatever. Okay. Yeah. Sign in the chat. Fuck. Hold on. I got you. Okay, gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. My computer going crazy over here. Bro, do I got a bunch of applications running? I do got a bunch of shit running. So let me close some shit. Hold on, people. Hold on. Let me just get my my computer back because this thing is going loud. It's probably too because I'm also running a bunch of programs and some software. I got a bunch of windows open. Hold on. Hold on. This thing going loud. Hold on. I shouldn't be doing this. This shouldn't be doing anything, right? Nah, I ain't closing that. Not closing that. Okay. We back. We are back. Okay, so as I was saying, man, the trolls are going crazy tonight, aren't they? As I was saying, you know, and that brings me to my next topic. Seeing this Vivica Fox thing, seeing these old black ladies just being just animals. That brings me to my next topic, or not even the next topic, the next segue. These women are savages, okay? And not in a good way, okay? So that brings me to the next one, which I was about to talk to, which is actually the Meg Thee Stallion situation. And I remember I had talked about this back in 2020. I remember one of my first shows was on this whole situation. And I took the viewpoint, at least if I could remember it right, I had to pull it up. But I took the viewpoint that if what Megan Thee Stallion said was true, then Tory Lanez, Daystar, whatever the hell his name is, this motherfucker, not only do he need to go to prison, he need to get goddamn deported. Send this motherfucker. We don't need extra niggas. We got plenty of niggas in the U.S. Send this nigga to Canada. But I also said that, like, if the situation, change, I would adjust, because you kind of have to. News stories evolve. So, is Meg Thee Stallion a savage, as she tries to say? Really? Because she don't seem like a savage. She seemed like a goddamn Karen lying on a black man to get her comments. Didn't she do like some goddamn interview or some shit? Hold on, let me pull this shit up, because y'all getting me to the point where I'm starting to get fucked up. I'm starting to get fucked up in terms of y'all getting me fucked up. So let's go ahead. This is the indictment that was released. That has some very serious allegation. So this is you got the indictment on your screen. I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna talk about it because it's relevant. I got this from some Twitter, like Milago Grams or something. So it says a portion of the official report from the Meg Tory situation reveals that Dr. Lefredo treated Megan for a laceration to her foot. It also states that the same doctor confirmed it was due to stepping on glass. How do you not know if you got shot or not? Seriously, how do you not know if you got shot or not? Especially in the foot. You can see it, feel it, smell it. So how do you not know? Why? Because she was lying. Don't that sound like what white girls do? Lie on black men? Okay. And I bet you if Kevin Samuels was talking about white girls the way he was talking about black women, y'all be motherfucking, y'all be on his, ooh, Kevin, I love me some Kevin. Yeah, exactly. I bet you if he was doing that, even though he was talking about everyone equally, because I seen white women, Asian women, Latino women calling up, and he would give them all that work. But because 95% of the women that called in were black women, you know, he killed over. All right, this shit gonna come back. All right, so. Yeah. Okay, so this first part. My partner admonished Harris per LAPD from 1503. She responded yes, and yes. I think 1503 is like a code or a police code or something. When asked if she wanted to talk about what happened, Harris said, "I really want someone to represent me." What are you talking about, bitch? If a motherfucker that shot me, I'm like, nah, take this nigga to jail. Screw that. You did what? You shot officer. His name is Troy. Wasn't it not Troy? Tory Lanez is his stage name. His real name is like Daystar or some bullshit. This dude's from Canada. He just went crazy and started blasting. Take this nigga to jail. Seriously. So our investigation revealed that on 7/12/2020 at approximately 4:30 hours, a physical altercation between Harris and Pete occurred. Harris is not Tory Lanez. I don't think so. I think he's Daystar. Okay, he's Daystar. Okay. Harris and Pete occurred at 1841 North Nichols Canyon Road. An unknown suspect fired approximately 5 rounds. Smith, Peterson, Pete, and Harris entered a black Escalade and I think it's flee or flee, but I think it's supposed to be flat, but flee on southbound on Nichols Canyon Road. Based on Peterson's seating position and the position of the firearm, Peterson was the last person to have constructive possession of the firearm. Arrest. Peterson, Daystar, was placed under arrest for violations of this code. Carrying a concealed weapon in a vehicle. He was transported to Hollywood Station for booking processing injuries and whatever. Smith and Peterson and Harris did not complain of pain or injuries. Pete was transported to Cedars-Sinai and was treated by Dr. Lofredo for lacerations to her left foot. Dr. Lofredo confirmed laceration due to stepping on glass. Hold on, didn't this bitch do a whole, hold on. Officer Diaz, I'm going to look it up in a second. Officer Diaz and Officer Olivia recovered a yellow pendant, a nail, and spent casings from 1801 North Nichols Canyon Road. See attached form. Didn't this chick do a whole thing where she was talking about that she got shot? Hold on, bro. Hold on. I got the same damn one up right now. Hold on, yeah. Hold on. So Megan. Didn't she do like Katie Couric or something? It's something like that. Nah, so I don't think it was Katie Couric. After shooting. It's something. Gail. That's what she talked. Yeah, she talked to Gail. That's who it was. Gail. Yeah, I know how I feel about Gail. Gail. Yeah, of course. Has this lady lost all her credibility at this point? I'm talking about Gail, not Megan Thee Stallion yet. Yeah. So Okay, so let me go ahead and switch this over because I want. Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. This on Washington Post. Megan Thee Stallion speaks on Tory Lane shooting on TV interview. Megan Thee Stallion has spoken out for the first time. I thought this chick was trying to keep the shit out. Like, she says some bullshit. Like, well, I'm trying to keep black men out of getting killed from cops. But you went on Gail. Man, I'm telling you, savages. In a CBS Morning interview, which aired Monday, Megan also commented on emotional repercussions of the harrowing incident. Speaking to CBS Morning's co-host Gail, Megan said that the July 12th incident occurred after she left a party held at Kylie Jenner's home in the Hollywood Hills neighborhood with Lane's and another friend, Kelsey Harris. An argument between people in the backseat began to escalate, according to Megan, who said she tried to get out of the car because of her discomfort. Then she heard a man screaming. He said, "Dance, B," and then he started shooting. Megan said, adding that Lane shot a couple of times before offering everyone $1 million to stay quiet about what happened. I'm like, what are you even talking about? Megan continued, recalling her immediate reaction to Lane's alleged remark. Why are you offering me money right now? Help me. If you're sorry, help me. Bitch, you didn't even get shot. She tried to leave. I wouldn't put it past her if she tried to kick the window, the car window out. And that's how she got scratched. I would not be surprised. So, Lane's born Daystar Peterson has pleaded not guilty to related assault and weapons charging and is set to stand trial beginning in September. Referring to Megan by her real name, Megan P. Lane's attorney Sean Hawley wrote a statement to Washington Post. We look forward to addressing Ms. Peak's claims, including obvious inconsistencies, discrepancies, and omissions in the court of law. Because that lawyer knew. He's like, yo, this chick is full of shit. Megan first recounted details of the traumatic night on Instagram. Why would you lie? That's what I don't get. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't say shit. It's stupid. Anyways, post soon after TMZ reported that her foot had been injured. She was mocked and ridiculed afterward. The Post, Bethany Butler, wrote that Megan's words were especially resounding for black women, many of whom recognize her treatment as representation of the vitriol they often encounter when they are victims of violence. Now, this is what I'm talking about right here. I'm not saying black women are victims. They certainly can be. But what I'm saying is they're creating the narrative that black guys are inherently just some abusing, violent people of black women. What I'm here to tell you for a fact, I'm not going to just say anecdotal evidence. I've never hit a woman in my life. I've been hit by a few women. I've been abused by women a couple of times. 100%. It actually just happened recently, a couple of months ago. I had to kick some bitch who will not be named out of my spot. She tried some of the same shit that Megan tried. That Megan tried. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give too many details. But I had to kick her out. Call the police on her. Because she hit me. And lied about it. And then tried to lie to the cops. As she's hitting me, I'm going to give details, fuck it. As she's hitting me, she's calling the cops and trying to lie and say that I assaulted her. I'm assaulting her as she's talking to the police. I'm sitting there looking at this bitch like, are you crazy? Like, what do you... Leave. Get out. Just go. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Then I had to call the police because she was hit me. But had I not called the police, the police would have came straight up at me, SEAL Team 6 style. You know what I mean? But it's funny because once the police got there and I told them what happened, what she was trying to do, what the whole situation was, they was like, yo, it was two female cops, male cops. The female cop she was like, yo, you had every right to beat her ass. You had every right to defend yourself. Her story sounds crazy. You know, I was just like, yo, can you just escort her off the premises? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know it is. But that's what the female cop said. She said, you would have every right to defend yourself and beat her ass. But let's keep it real. Had I have done that, they, like I said, they'd have sent SEAL Team 6. And I'll be in jail. You know I would. But this is the same type of narrative they try to create. And black women exploit this. And many of these black women are just as detrimental, if not more, to black men and black society, as both black men and black women, as a WS. 100%. I've had more situations that could have got horrible caused by a black woman than I have had from WS. I said YS. WS. More than a white man. Far more than a white woman. Now, let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So, let's keep it reading. Let's keep going. Some of the doubts stem from Megan telling police she injured her feet by stepping on broken glass. In a CBS Morning interview, she explained to King that she lied to officers because I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hello? Is this on? Come on. I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us, noting that George Floyd's high-profile murder at the hands of police had happened just months earlier. What are you talking about? If a nigga shoot you, you better call the police and tell them everything. Unless you in that life. But Megan Thee Stallion is not in that life. She's lying to you females about her lifestyle. Nothing wrong with that. That's what entertainers do. They lie about how they're living. Cool. Fine. But when the shit came down to the fan, what did she do? She's a goddamn snitch and a liar. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. When I see people trying to use that against me, you lied, bitch. Trying to act like I'm lying. You are lying. I know I said I stepped on glass because you did. I was lying to protect all of us. So which one is a lie? Was the lie the first thing you told, or are you lying to us now? Because once you start lying, you can't, you know, the lie keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it gets harder and harder to to get around it. So which point are you lying? Were you lying to the police? Or are you lying to Gail? Gail. Sometimes I wish I really would have never said that. You shouldn't have said anything. I thought you was a savage. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. King stated in the segment that Harris, Megan's friend, had texted the rapper security guard, help Tory shot Meg. Medical reports stated that there were still bullet fragments in Megan's feet as well. Now, I don't understand what that means. But we all know what the report just said because I just read it to you. It's about the narrative. Asked about her response to people who still don't believe her version of what happened that night, Megan said, I don't believe any of this. I don't believe any of this is for them. It's for me. Exactly. Remember that. These are savages. These are, I don't even want to say women. They're people that appear to be women. Not on no, like, you know, trans stuff or any of that. But there are people who appear to be women, but they're actually savages. You know what I mean? Like, we don't call women what they are, and we don't treat women who ain't shit the way we treat men who ain't shit. What do I mean? Okay, well, let me read this last little. I know this happened to me. She continued, I'd rather play it out in court and the facts come out, which they are, and everything comes out, than me having to plead my case. I'm a victim. I'm the victim. I'm not defending myself against anything. Something happened to me. Yet what happened to you is you ain't who you telling all these women that you and you're piping them down to the worst parts of society, aka just being callous monster. That's what your music is basically doing. That's not who you are. You're a liar. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this though. I'll say this. You know, we when are we going to start having the female version, or addressing it? I should say addressing the female version. Let's take your pick of who's ridiculous. Who's ridiculous? Of a scumbag. When are we gonna start? When are we gonna start treating black females, black women who many of whom are far more detrimental to black society, which at this point, at my age, at 37, I don't even think there is a black community. I think it's just black people living in the same very near proximity to each other. I don't think there is a black community. I think there was a black community. I think there is potentially could be a black community. But right now, in my opinion, as we sit in 2022 in the United States of America, and forget all the Pan-African stuff, because we ain't even go that far, there is no black community. We want white people to fix all of our problems. Most of us. Slowly but surely gaining consciousness. You can see it. You can see it. But there is no black community. Okay? We treat each other worse than white people treat us. By far. And I'm tired of having to say, oh, not every woman, not every man, not every black person. Man, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know I'm not talking about everybody. It's ridiculous. You just lied on this man. Went on Gail, who ain't shit. And now you telling all these people you a savage. That's not what savages do. Remember, you know who's a savage? Who's a real one? Who's one I still would fuck with today? Maybe she don't look as great anymore, but just by her, how she carries herself, Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim went to prison for like 2 years because she ain't snitched. Or I think she lied on the snake. I think she might have committed perjury. But it basically goes down that she basically wasn't snitching. I believe. I'm sure people like Star probably know better than me. But when they had that shooting or whatever in New York and blah, 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 she went to jail. How long did Lil' Kim go to jail? Hold on, listen. Hold on, yeah, because y'all got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. 1 year, 1 day. 1 year. Yeah. So, Lil' Kim, born Kimberly Jones, blah, 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 blah. In 2006, she received a prison sentence of 1 year and 1 day, along with a $50,000 fine. She was convicted of 3 counts of perjuring herself and 1 count of conspiracy to perjure. That's a savage. That's one you want. You know what I'm saying? No, do I want my girl to go to jail? No. Prison? No. But I want her to hold it down. I want to go lie. I want to be a black Karen. Pretending that she's some shit that she not. This is a savage. These black women are savages. They are. It is what it is. I'm going to call it out. People ain't going to like what I got to say, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to replace Kevin Samuels. Matter of fact, I didn't even agree with half the shit he said. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with a lot of people say. It doesn't mean I'm going to dance on their grave. Now, if they're a goddamn WS and they profit off of, making sure that black people get killed like a Rush Limbaugh type motherfucker, then hey, I ain't got no problem with that. But here's what's crazy. Even though I think Rush Limbaugh died, right? Yeah, he died. Even though Rush Limbaugh died, no one cared. You didn't see the savagery that you see now. You didn't say it. Where I remember it. I had Twitter. This was like a couple of years ago, right? A year or two ago. where was the black Twitter saying that, oh, I'm glad he died, it was karma, he deserved that? Rush freaking Limbaugh. George Zimmerman's still walking around. Black Twitter should be on there every day trying to look for George Zimmerman. You know what I'm saying? Every day. These women are savages. You know what I'm saying? Savages. So I am going to show you another savage. This one, who's supposed to be the black Shiro, is a monster. But because we don't call out the fuckery that's going on in black woman America, black girl magic, she was allowed to walk out. I don't care what nobody say. Hold on. And her name is Cyntoia Brown. Remember her? This is a report. Cyntoia Brown wasn't a victim. Stole money after killing Johnny Allen. Let's read it. Celebrities are rushing to support Cyntoia Brown, who is serving a life sentence for killing a man who paid for sex despite being abused by her boyfriend Pimp. But the case of the then teenager is anything but clear. Singer Rihanna, who I've never really been a fan of, blah, 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 saying Brown had... Don't listen to these fucking piece of shit celebrities. They don't know shit. They're dumb. And they're just opportunists. They don't stand for anything except themselves. Something is horribly wrong when the system enables these rapists and victims, and the victim is thrown away for life. Cyntoia Brown was a teenage prostitute. Okay? She was a streetwalker. She wasn't even a she was a streetwalker. She was a streetwalker. But she had a pimp. She was a teenage prostitute. They around. Trust. They around. Okay? Now, this is a narrative they painting. You know what I'm saying? The singer's post suggests a black and white issue. Come on, man. When the facts speak to something a lot more gray. It ain't even gray to me. Details of the 2006 trial at least can help better explain the charges against the teen. That's only in 2006. And why a jury sided with prosecutors on a life sentence. Prosecutors say Brown killed Johnny Allen. I think he was a white boy, but it don't matter if he was a white guy or not. that's my thing. He was just a John, I guess. In order to steal from him, she took several firearms and his pants, which contained his wallet. She robbed him. They also pointed to her past drug use and criminal juvenile record in an attempt to show a pattern in her life. See, you see how they can get the switch around? Motherfucking Freeway Rick Ross can't even get a goddamn job. They about to make a whole movie documentary about this chick. Freeway never killed anybody. It'll tell you. Now, did he sell drugs and all that shit? Yeah, sure. But at least she gets to get Kim Kardashian to goddamn get her sentence commuted from Trump. This motherfucking Rick Ross is out there telling people like, nah, you shouldn't be selling drugs because this is what's going to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going to happen to you. Allen was found in a pool of blood in his bed. This is a savage. Authorities say he was face down and had his hands under his head because he was probably asleep, as though he was sleeping. Yeah, there you go. When he was shot in the back of the head, court documents show. Brown told Nashville police officers Allen picked her up at a Sonic drive-in and took her back to his home, and they got into his bed. He started touching her under the covers, and Brown told police she thought he was reaching for a gun. Why would he reach for a gun? So she pulled out a 40 caliber handgun from her purse and shot him in the head. Now, this is how that doesn't make sense. How did John Allen gets shot in the back of his head with his hands under his face as he was sleeping or in the sleeping position. Yet she says he started touching her under the covers, and Brown told police she thought he was reaching for a gun, so she pulled out a .40 caliber handgun from her purse and shot him in the head. I have a .40 caliber handgun. That is a goddamn hand cannon. Okay? She blew his goddamn head off. Okay? So how is he in the position of someone who's sleeping, getting shot in the back of the head, but she says he was getting frisky, he pulled out a gun, so I shot him as he's on top of you? In the back of the head? The shit doesn't make sense. She committed a cold-blooded murder and robbery. Had she been a black man and done some shit like that to a white woman, she would be on death row. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Initially, she denied she was a prostitute and that they had sex. You see what I'm saying? Authorities say Brown then took money out of Allen's wallet, took 2 of his guns, then stole his pickup truck and drove to a Walmart parking lot. She had someone else pick her up and was later arrested. She fled the scene of a crime. This is first-degree murder because I believe that she planned on murdering him and robbing him. Brown never denied killing Allen, but claimed it was in self-defense. She was tried as an adult, as she should have been. She never took the stand during trial because they'd have roasted her, and the jury sided with prosecutors without knowing much of her tragic backstory of prostitution, abuse, and ultimately why she shot Allen. They ain't got shit to do with why you committed murder. Brown said she was 16 when she was a runaway and met a 24-year-old man known as Cutthroat. Come on. I'm not saying it's not real. That shit just sounds outrageous. And whatever happened to Cutthroat? She started living with him and they moved around to different hotels. He was abusive. He's a pimp. Both physically and emotionally. And forced her to prostitute herself for money. She was a pimp. He was a pimp. He didn't force you to do shit. You could have left. I don't have any place to go. Bitch, you better go. You know how many female homes are out there? Again, they don't allow most times men into these homes or these shelters. They don't. Not single guys. Unless he has a kid or a wife. He was abusive both physically and emotionally, forced to prostitute. He would explain to me that people were born whores and that I was one. And I was a slut and nobody want me but him. And the best thing I could do was just learn to be a good whore. He's a pimp. Brown told the judge 2012 during the appeal hearing. The day she met Ellen and went back to his home, August 5th, 2004, she said she felt afraid by his odd behavior, telling the judge he kept getting up and standing over her. But he didn't hit you. He did do some crazy shit. She just took out the gun and shot him because he was acting weird. Okay. So she finally took out her gun and shot him. How many other people do you think she killed that we don't know of? Brown's attorneys have argued her mother's intense alcohol drinking while pregnant left the teen with a neurodevelopmental disorder that could be what caused her behavior that day. Maybe. Evidence of her disorder, which is characterized as severe mental disease and defect and has lowered IQ, which was invented by the Nazis, was not shown to the jury during their trial. Reports, it still wouldn't have mattered. Like, you still kill. I don't give a shit how bad your childhood was. You don't just shoot somebody in the back of the head and rob them. I think you're going to be all... No. Brown's case gained support in 2011 after a documentary detailed her life and what she went through both before the killing and while behind bars. Her case has also helped gain momentum for legislation against life sentences for juvenile offenders. Come on, bro. That's not a juvenile offender. That's a cold-blooded murderer. Okay? They got TK locked up forever. Forever. Okay? TK, look him up. He's like, I don't know, I think he's like 18, 19 now, but he's at like 14. He was a savage. And this guy is in prison forever. Okay? This ain't self-defense. This don't even make sense to say it's self-defense. You went in there, you robbed him. You got your story kind of correct, but not really. And they still convicted your ass. This is not a hero. This is a monster. It's not exactly clear why celebrities suddenly learned of Brown's case Tuesday, but a support for the teen quickly went viral. What do you mean a teen? When was this fucking made? She's like fucking 30-something. Viral from Kim Kardashian and T.I. posting their thoughts with Free Cyntoia Brown. This bitch needs to stay in jail. She should have. All right? When was this article? This article came out in 2017, so that was 5 years ago. It says she was 16 in 2004, so that's, 13 years later? So she's, 29 now? So, no, wait, is my math fucked up? Is my math fucked up? Wait a second. When this article came out, she was 19. Okay, gotcha. But now she's like, or 29. But now she's like, 34, 30, 35, shit. So yeah, nah, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. And honestly, that brings us back to the Godfather, as they like to call him. I mean, what the fuck did this guy do that made the internet say that this is the worst nigga that ever existed by trying to get people married in a harsh way, what have you, but trying to get people married, trying to get women out of the single motherhood curse, black women in particular, single motherhood curse that's been afflicting them for the last 40 plus years, 50 years. So this guy, Kevin Samuels, is the worst thing that ever happened to black America, right? Never killed anybody, never R-word anybody. You know what I mean? Didn't profit off division of racial groups. Didn't commit mass genocide. So Kevin Samuels, let's say Kevin Samuels is the worst thing ever. Why the fuck do y'all have people like the Baby or Trey Songz? You got things with the Baby are a little gray, but let's say Gucci Mane on video beating the brakes off of a chick. Trey Songz has been indicted or charged. Well, he's been charged. I think he's been charged. I think he's been indicted or whatever multiple times for beating up women. Same thing with Fabulous. Same thing with a lot of half the NFL. Y'all worship them though. Yeah, you let motherfucking Steve Harvey lie to you. Think like a man, but whatever. It's like, bro, this shit is bullshit. You can't think like a man because you're not a man. This is ridiculous. Y'all let, what's that cornball ass nigga? Derek Jackson? I think it's Derek Jackson. It's Derek Jackson. This nigga's a pimp. Oh no, he tries to tell women that they can strive for more. Okay, this nigga is telling you that your man need to be making $10 million. If he don't buy you a Bentley, then he not a real. But got like 4 side babies. Got another from his wife. You know what I'm saying? Got like, you know what I mean? Like, you got like a bunch of side chicks. Hey, do your thing, pimp. I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? But Derek Jackson is lying to you hoes. He'll sit there, he got his arm off flexing. Hey, if your man can't get you a G5, Fucking private jet. Then you might need to step your game up. You the queen, nigga. If you don't get your bitch at, bro, don't get me started. Get me started because these dudes, these females. I hesitate to even call them females. You know what I'm saying? These people, like, look, you don't like Kevin Samuels, fine, okay, so what? I didn't like George Bush Sr. I ain't say shit when he died, so okay, whatever. You know, he ain't never did shit to me. You know, he's a piece of shit. He also did a lot of good things too. George Bush Sr. They can't even say that Kevin Samuels actually was right on some shit, which he was. And the women that are so upset are the women he's talking about. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Relationship guru. Kevin Samuels came around at the time actually as a counter to a Derek Jackson type nigga. Because I remember just when I still had Facebook and shit. Like, I would see so many posts of Derek Jackson. And like, I'm like, oh, that's what you should. Like, guys are just like, yo, do you realize he's running game? Oh, he's just trying to help black. Well, no, he's trying to get laid and get money from you dumb hoes. What are you talking about? Idiot. Kevin Samuels never forced anybody to call up. Would have shows where he would say, come in where you disagree with me. I want to hear what you disagree with me about. He would have consultations privately that you had to pay for. But since most of y'all is too broke to actually pay for his consultations, you went on this YouTube show. You know, it's crazy. There's like 2 to 3 females I seen that I actually knew personally that actually went on his show, and he treated them very respectfully. You know? This is how ridiculous the shit has gotten. 76% of black women are not going to get married in their lifetime. And it's getting worse, not better. %82%. I actually looked this up. It was on Black Facts or something like that. I forget. It's a site. Kevin Samuels had, well, I always quote it. Because they be like, where you get your number from? He'd be like, yeah, I get it from here, blah, blah, blah. Go look it up. Don't quote me. But it's something like 82%. So it's like 51% of brothers don't have kids, and 51%, 51% of guys are single with no kid, black guys single with no kids, and like 31% of black men are married. Which means that it's about 18 to 19%. You know what I mean, of guys who are actually the pieces of crap. That also mean, well, and by piece of crap I mean they have multiple baby mothers, they don't take care of their kids, they treat women like crap, you know, they pookies and ray-rays, blah, 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 whatever. But then there's like 82% black women. I want you to hear me on this. 82% of the black men you see don't want you. Because they're either in a relationship. Yeah, there it is. Black demographics. Thanks. They're either in a relationship or they're not seeking a relationship right now. So there's this whole thing like, oh, these niggas ain't shit. Nah, 82% of the niggas who you are looking at don't want you. Period. You choose to focus on the 19% that ain't shit. But those are the guys you chose. Why? You gotta be 6 feet. You gotta be 6 figures. You gotta have a 6-pack. You gotta be loving. He got to be caring. He got to be able to bench 900 pounds. He got to at least know at least one Saudi royalty member. He got to have 3 Ferraris, 2 mansions. Also, he needs to have a yacht. He needs to be able to come home. He needs to have a 15-inch penis. He needs to come back. He needs to, after we've had sex, he needs to give me a massage and rub my feet. But right? Like, what are we talking about? Or even if you have a guy, oh, wow, well, I could do better. I could do better than him. Well, what makes you think you can do better? What do you have that's, well, I got 2 master's degrees. Well, how much student loan debt do you have? That's not important. I got a good job making 6 figures. Bitch. You got a good job, okay? I pay for my car. I pay my mortgage. I pay myself. So basically, you're doing all the shit you're supposed to be doing as an adult. Well, yeah, but I'm an independent woman too, bitch. What are you talking about? You are an adult. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't get extra kudos points for doing the shit that adults do. Because all the stuff I just named, I do too. Like, seriously, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to pay your bills. But Kevin Samuels deserved to die? Kevin Samuels died in some absolutely spectacular box, to say the least. You see this chick? What's her name? Ortincha? Whatever the hell her name is. Hold on, we about to... Because y'all got me fucked up. Y'all know this Cyntoia... Alla... This is what this bitch look like. Hold on, what the... Oh, she a BBW. He ain't shit. This bitch look better than every chick on that panel I just showed. Hold the fuck on, because y'all keep getting me fucked up. Look at this chick. This is the chick that they were saying was a BBW that he died with. This is her. Hortensia, something like that. Alcantara. This is the chick that they talking about. Was a BBW, not black. That's what it really came down to, isn't it? This bitch look good as hell. I ain't mad at her. And she a nurse. So what they were trying to say was like, oh, this chick is a prostitute who had him killed. Which, look, I am not gonna go out there and say that, I know the details of what happened, but I highly doubt that this girl had Kevin Samuels killed. That shit don't make any sense, because that's what everybody would believe. Ain't nobody that dumb. Oh yeah, let me slip this guy a pill, and I'm the only one in the room, so no, ain't nobody's that stupid. And a lot of you YouTubers, I want to say this too. A lot of you motherfuckers is out there saying and spreading false information, which is bullshit. And I think she hired a lawyer. I think Dennis Sperling, I think she hired him as her lawyer or whatever. Because that's ridiculous. Y'all out here trying to ruin this little girl's life, and she ain't done nothing but just met some dude that she liked. And, they did what they did. It's the same thing with all you hoes be doing. Because as much abortions as black women have, apparently y'all doing the same thing. I read a story. Actually, oh god damn it. One of the YouTubers had spread. It was let's say it was Newsweek or New York Times. One of them. It was like it said that black women in New York there have been more black babies aborted in New York than born. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Come on, man. Come on, man. This was 2 days ago I read this. I believe it was the one that TD had put up. Was it TD? Yeah. Because the whole Roe vs. Wade thing, you know, black women love their abortions. You know, they all upset that they're, you know. The thing about the Supreme Court thing is just ridiculous because the decision hasn't even came out yet. It will, but, you know, they're not even making abortions illegal. That's what's really, you got to really start looking at people like, why are you so adamant about abortions? Like, I've never had a woman get an abortion in my life. I've never needed to. Like, what are we talking about? You know? Damn, she thick. Nigga, what? Damn, she thick, nigga. I'll take that shit. This chick looked better than every single one of those ugly, nasty, old hoes on that goddamn Fox whatever BS. By the way, what was the last movie that Vivica Fox actually did that you niggas actually saw? All right then. Yeah, exactly. So 50 don't want that shit. 50 don't want, that was 20 years ago. 50 does not want that shit. You know what I'm saying? 50 doesn't hit that shit 20 years ago. Done forgot about it. This bitch still be talking about it. Ooh, 50 said he was my most important relationship. Nigga, this nigga with the, like, what's that white chick? How the fuck I get all these damn nasty bots in here, man? What the fuck? How I get these, though? Damn. I'm getting tired of these bots. Go away, bots. No, I'm actually really here. I'm really typing. Once I figure out how to get rid of the bots, I'll get rid of them. But goddamn, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, I know it's late as hell. Well, at least on the East Coast, it's late as hell right now. You know what I'm saying? I know it's late as hell right now, but you know it's getting to the point where the savagery of women is starting to get to the point where it's like, wait a second, this is getting disturbing. Megan Thee Stallion lies on Tory Lanez, goes on Gail, lies again. Now she going to court. This might end up biting her in the ass. Cyntoia Brown murders a guy and's talking about, oh, this is about forgiveness. We all need a second chance. What about his second chance? That dude is dead, bro. Because he wanted some pussy. That was it. Cyntoia Brown callously murders her John, robs him, steals his car. Sentence commuted. Oh, she's such a inspiration. Man. Come on, man. And now, the ladies of this ugly ass panel of old women, who, by the way, ain't nobody hair real. So who's real? Who's really fake? Who's really fake? You know what I'm saying? Who's really fake? This bitch can't. These black bitches cannot handle the criticism. One, that men, and black men in particular, but men get on a daily basis, but they want to be equal, right? We ain't even talking about nothing. We just talking about criticism, bro. I get criticized every day. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Savages, man. And they can't handle criticism, and they can't handle competition. They can't handle competition from Becky, Mei Ling, Marisol, as Kevin Samuels was saying. You know what I'm saying? They can't handle competition. in the workplace. I am an engineer. I'll be graduating in December. My master's. You know how hard this shit is? Hey, I'm working on an assignment right now. Right now. Hell, that's one of the reasons I did this YouTube, because I'm like, I can't even sleep, because this assignment pissing me off. And I'm trying to turn it in. I don't even want to talk about it, because I'm going to get too stressed out. But I'll say that, like, yo, they can't handle this bullshit, black girl magic, that they've been putting out there for 50 years. Look at Kamala Harris. She is a mess. She black when she wanna be. You know, one minute she black, next minute she Asian. I don't know, but let's just say for right now she's a black woman. She's a hot mess. You really trust Kamala Harris in World War III as a commander in chief? It's a savage though. We know how she got her come up. Low down Willie Brown, sleeping her way to the top, throwing niggas in jail. It brings me to my next thought. There was a while ago, it was the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. It was said that, like, black men are the white guys of black society or some shit like that. And niggas was like, yo, what the fuck you talking about? Like, we're the least educated, most likely to go to prison, had the least amount of money. Like, I can go on and down the list. Most likely to die early. But I'm starting to believe that maybe black women are the white guys of black society. Well, think about it. Say what they want. Do what they want. No real repercussions. No real accountability. Don't that sound like a white guy? The average white guy. Not all white guys, but keep it real. You know, they go get hired. They're going to hire, more than likely, a black woman before they hire a black man. Even if we're both qualified. Especially if as a black guy, if you're straight, they go give it to a black woman, because they already know you gonna come in with what time it is. You know, if I'm coming in there looking how I look with my job, I'm an engineer. I'm gonna knock down all these nerd bitches up in here, the ones every single one of y'all want. Let's keep it real, cause y'all know the elevated engineer. Y'all know elevated. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm coming down. I'm gonna knock it down. Fuck that. What's your name? A word? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying about me being an engineer, like, yo, there's like 3 girls in our entire program, bro. And they all like either Asian or white. And them Asian and white chicks come in there and they be killing that shit. And then they go on, hell, the head of what is that company? It's not NVIDIA. It's the other one. It's AMD. It's AMD. It's a goddamn Korean chick. Korean or Taiwan. Might be. It's one of the two. But she's head of that shit. Killing that shit. Ask your little black girl what she want to do. I guarantee she gonna give me one or few answers. Oh, I want to do hair. Or I want to do nails, some type of cosmetic shit. And they start getting ordered like, what you want to do? Oh, I want to be in real estate. Oh, I want, and they get in these soft degrees, I call them. Soft degrees are the degrees that don't really give you the hard skills you'll need to really be like killing the game. You know what I mean? Again, I'm an engineer. I got nothing but hard skills. Right? But someone who has a degree in basket weaving, what are you gonna say? Hey, I got a degree in, basket weaving. Well, I got a master's in fish scaling. Oh, what the hell is that? Well, that's the MBA. Really? What's that? What's that gonna get you? Oh, that's gonna I get a nice little job. And if that's what you want to do, all right, cool. But like, there's this notion that, like, first of all, the amount of guys in college has actually been dropping drastically, and for black men, it's like, come on, be serious. My campus is like, there's a lot of black women, but I can count on one hand how many, like, first of all, black Americans, it's even less, but it's not that many brothers. And there's not very many incentives for brothers to go to college as much as there used to be. And unlike black women, you can look this up and Google this. There are more opportunities for black women to get money by far than like almost any other group of people, other than maybe white women. But other than that, it's by far most of the scholarships, the grants and stuff. If they're looking for black people, they're looking for a black woman. There are specific scholarships for black women. Correct me if I'm wrong, I have yet to see one scholarship specifically for black men. There are scholarships for Latino men and women. There are scholarships for Asian men and women, Asian American Pacific Islander men and women. You can look it up. Show me one scholarship that specifically for black guys to go to college. Show me STEM initiatives geared at black boys. I'll show you STEM initiatives geared to every other group but black boys, but you won't see anything for black boys. So who's really the white guys, quote unquote, of the black society? Now I can say this. A lot of you niggas grew up in a matriarchy. I didn't. So I know what the dynamics of a man and a woman is. I grew up with two parents. They got divorced later, but they were married for like 30 plus. But I didn't grow up in a matriarchy. So it's weird for me to see guys who are overly emotional, women acting like men, like, I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't grow up in a matriarch. I grew up in a patriarchy. My dad was the head of the household. That's how it's gonna be when I get married. If I ever get married, let's not go that far. But that's how it's gonna be in my house. I'm gonna be the head of my house. I'll take the woman's opinion into consideration, but I am pulling the trigger. I'm going to make the decision. Will I defer to my woman to make it a decision occasionally? Yes. But I am the head of my household. Period. You don't like it? Fuck out. You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy. I cannot believe how much of a savage, how much of a just callous, bum ass, dusty ass, basically a man without a penis, but like a diet male, a beta male without a penis, that many of these women are. But that's fine, because these motherfuckers are gonna die alone, man. They're going to die alone. And then something that Kevin always pointed out, he would always say is, do you want to have kids? They would say, yes, of course. How many do you want to have? Well, I want to have 2 to 3. Where do you live? Well, I live in Atlanta. I live in Miami. I live in LA, blah, whatever. How much money do you make per year? Oh, I make whatever. Do you want... And it's crazy that I know this stuff because he would say the same thing over and over. But he would say, do you... how much do you want your man to make? What would you be fine with? Oh, it'd be fine if he make... They don't even know what the hell they be talking... Oh, if he makes $60,000 a year and you got 3 kids and you live in... Let's just say Miami, because that's where I live. You live in Miami? How much do you think it costs to raise 3 kids in Miami? Oh, it costs about $150,000 a year. You look at them like they crazy. Like, do you know how much it costs per kid in Miami? Oh, I'm not sure. He would just Google it really quick. He'd be like, yo, you need to be making, and your household needs to be making about $350,000 for your kids to be living okay in Miami. And we ain't even talking about private school yet. And these women would just be so just like flabbergasted. And 9 times out of 10, they'd be like, damn, you're right. And then he'd be like, oh, you need to go seek some therapy. Now, it's funny. You watch that whole Fox Soul clip. You know, they said that, oh, you know, you go to a show, you might need to get therapy after work because it was traumatizing. It's traumatizing to tell you the truth, you dumb bitch. Don't ask. Don't go on the show. What are you talking about? He said, and one of the ladies was like, oh, you might have to seek therapy after. Yeah, but it's because he tells you to go. You should probably seek therapy, which, truth be told, a lot of us should probably seek therapy. And we don't even know it because you sound crazy. Ooh, I'm gonna get a guy. He go make 200-300 grand a year. Well, how you gonna do that? Oh, well, I'm just, what are you gonna bring to the table? Oh, well, why I gotta bring something to the table? Getting all mad and shit. You getting mad because you ain't got shit to bring to the table. They ask me, what do you bring to Elevated? What do you bring to the table? All right, cool. Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. What the fuck, nigga? That's what the fuck I bring to the table, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You talking about? Most educated person you know. I'm talking to you. To just random girl. I'm the most educated motherfucker you probably know. You know what I'm saying? I'm an expert in my field. I can get a lot better, of course, and I will. I'm an expert in my field. I make more money than 99% people on the planet. These are facts. I'm not being cocky. Not a bad looking guy either, you know. I mean, you know, right now I'm looking ugly as fuck, okay? Yo, listen, if you came up to me right now, you probably think I'm either a running race slave, I'm about to rob you, or I'm about to ask you for some change. Yo, I'm looking ugly as fuck right now. Yo, look. I can't show you because I ain't got my shit set up. I'm too lazy to do it. I'm looking ugly as fuck right now. I promise you I am. I promise you. Elevate your ass to the barbershop, nigga. Elevate your ass to that motherfucking get your beard done. But it is what it is. You know, I'm in the lab right now, nigga. I'm in the lab. You know what I'm saying? I'm knee deep. I'm on monk mode. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But I know I bring a lot of shit to the table. I haven't even got to my car. I haven't got to any of that shit yet. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even started yet. That's what's crazy. I haven't even started yet. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about Kevin. Like, you feel like, just like Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? Just like Nipsey. You felt like he was, yeah, this dude was about to blow up. And Kevin was already blowing up. So I just want to talk about these savages, black women. I don't know, man. You know? I'm just having a lot of doubts. It's kind of, I'm not surprised of the reaction, just disappointed. You know, y'all gotta do better. And shout out to the black women who carry themselves with class, who hold it down like they're supposed to, who are beautiful. You know? Who, you know, was it Kevin said the FBI, the feminine, beautiful, intelligent, or whatever? Shout out to those women. But to these women, can't save them all. These women, nah, bro. We gotta let them go. Because they're destroying the what may be a black community, but they're wanting to hinder it. They're just like white guys. They don't want us to progress past a bullshit ass matriarchy. But it doesn't serve really anyone in this society. Matriarchy does not serve anyone. Not men, not women. And I ain't never lived in one. But many of you niggas have. A lot of these women don't want to move past that because they want to, keep that allure of the savage matriarchy that's really detrimental. So, with that being said, that is it for this episode of Elevated. I went over an hour, about 25 minutes, but it is what it is. Thank you again. Oh, of course, drop a like, please. Share this. I appreciate it. Subscribe. Leave a comment if you disagree with me. I'm sure there'll be some people who will. Oh well, don't care. What else? Just started the IG page for all social media really, but matter of fact, let me put this in here. I think it's called Art. I never remember what my handles are on IG, but I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. And yeah. Thanks again. Check me out. You know what I'm saying? All right, everyone. Engineering fam, peace.